And hello, Shock fans, your beloved soldier of the Inverted Cross Rip, the full-blown freak show, here for a Rip's Robot Mode review special, and a very special one I'm extremely excited about. Now, you can tell by the title of the video what it is. Let me go and say this. I do not hate the designs for the Dinobots in the Michael Bay movies. Normally, the designs are kind of crappy, but I enjoy the Age of Extinction designs, and I freaking loved GrimLock's design. Thing was, I detested the colors that they released the mold in. Brownish copper with a horrible amount of chrome, and then Takara was just plain gray. We got a Voyager G1 colored one. Why did we not get a Leader Class G1 colored one? Well, today I got one. This thing went up on eBay with 10 days on it, on bid. I bid it instantly, and I bid an extremely high price on it. Luckily, I didn't end up paying that much for it, but it would have been freaking worth it. He came with his weapons. They're painted. I just put them aside because the weapon I use for him is this Dragotron sword, because I gave Dragotron a different sword, and he can hold it pretty decently. I'll show it in his hand really quick. I scaled him earlier with Classics Optimus because, yes, I don't just put them with certain characters. I just put all my Autobots on one shelf. And I like the way he scales with Optimus. As far as height-wise, now these leader classes are nowhere near as big as the old ones that we used to get from the movies. But, I mean, he towers over these guys. He's big. He's GrimLock. He's freaking awesome. I'm not going to transform or anything because I don't want to mess the paint up. But, yeah, love the dino head. The reason I'm not probably going to transform it is because if you'll look down here, well, there's a couple of joints. Let me find them. Right down here where the feet are, you can see the paint is sort of scraped, and you can see it. But, I mean, that's nothing horrible. Head sculpt on this guy is amazing. Another thing I want to know is why did Hasbro have every release of this guy have freaking blue eyes? GrimLock doesn't have blue eyes. I mean, I'm sure at some point he did because the Masterpiece has it where you can switch the eyes. But GrimLock's supposed to have red eyes. He had red eyes in the movie. He's not a straight up like Autobot. He's a Dinobot. He's his own faction. GrimLock doesn't have a side. He just kicks butt. That's all GrimLock does. The instructions tell you on this, and I know a lot of people have already done this. It says leave them down like this, but you can fold them up. Feels in the back. He does have the spikes still, but I don't like how they look on him that much because a couple of mine are kind of bent because of that soft-ish plastic. So I just fold them in to cover the gap in the back of the leg. Makes it look better. A little nervous about doing the articulation because I don't want to scrape the paint on it. I've been posing them around and it doesn't seem too bad. So head, I will do it a bit. Head is on a swivel. Won't force it on what I did. The arms, now this side the connection is a little bit loose on his shoulder, so I'll have to tighten that up. The arms are on a ratchet, but you can kind of cheat that ratchet because you've got this and this. Now I'm not sure if mine's been filed down. Whoever made this, I'm not sure if they filed it down. Then this rotates really nice. There's a bicep swivel. And his elbow can actually go a decent amount. And he has a freaking wrist swivel, which is awesome. I don't know if I showed these hands off. Love the paint done on them. And I don't know who made this because the seller I bought it from said that they didn't make this. That they bought this and were reselling it, I guess. There's no waist articulation, sadly, or it would have been perfect. The legs can go. These are tight ratchets, but they can go pretty far, pretty much all the way. There's a swivel in the thigh. Really deep knee bend. The feet are a bit awkward. They're on a joint that when it moves out at an angle. I mean, it's not horrible. Kind of like Galvatron's knees or leg joints. And then there's a swivel, not a straight up ball joint, just a swivel. And the points on the boots can be laid flat out. It looks too much like freaking elf shoes. At least this way it looks like night shoes. I was actually considering picking up the what is it? The car release of this, because the Black Knight Grimlock, because it was dark gray, and to me it sort of looked like the Shredder. I know it's a bit silly, but it sort of reminded me of the Shredder, and I would have rather had something that I could have been like, oh, this is Shredder as a Transformer, than the copper color that Hasbro made. Now, I know it wasn't like straight up copper. I just didn't care for the colors of it. I just wanted a G1 color, and I know they've been saying that all the people who saw the Dinobots in the movie are like, we want G1 colors. The G1 colors are just awesome for the Dinobots. I'm not saying like, I mean, it's kind of Optimus Prime. His colors are awesome as they are. I get there's a little playroom with some characters, but I mean, there's certain characters like okay, Ironhide was awesome in the movies, and he wasn't a red van like he was in the G1 show. Didn't mind that. I did like the G1 Ironhide that was in the Revenge of the Fallen gang, but I did prefer the black on Grimlock. There are certain characters, I mean not Grimlock, but Ironhide. But there are some characters like Jetfire was fine, his coloration, but Grimlock needs to be this color. And if you look at him in the movie, you can kind of see the gold color on him. I mean, it's very faint because they're supposed to be like rusted or whatever. Didn't really understand why they were like all called like the Knights or something, and like Optimus had never met them, or it was just weird. Like they weren't Cybertronian, like they were just legendary warriors built, and that was a bit weird. But then again, the Dinobots have had a lot of different backstory. Again, I just want to show the scale off again because he is big. He's proper size. I've been wanting a leader class Grimlock because I can't afford the masterpiece at the moment. And this is just amazing. This is one of my favorite Transformers that I've gotten this year. And when I do my rips, top 15 Transformers I got in 2015, this guy's going to rank pretty high. I'm not going to say he's going to get #1 because there's a couple I got this year that could give him a run for his money. But just freaking love this. Wasn't expecting I was going to get a leader class Grimlock because, well, like I said, I didn't like the paint. I wasn't going to drop the money on something I didn't like. But wow. Just wow. I'm completely floored on this. It's beautiful. It's awesome. I've seen photos of the T-Rex mode on eBay when I bought this thing, and it looked great. I'm not going to risk transferring it right now. But just freaking wow, guys. Just let me show him off with my Optimus, because this guy, I know he's not G1 Grimlock, but I use this Voyager Optimus for my Autobot leader no matter what they are, no matter what, like if a Bayverse or whatever, or Prime or whatever. This guy is bigger than Optimus, as he should be. I mean, he's not movie scale, and I'll be honest with you guys, I wasn't a huge fan of them being so freaking massive in the movie, because that pretty much means they aren't going to use the robot modes. They're pretty much going to be dinosaurs, because the Transformers, the Autobots, and Decepticons are already giant robots. So I don't expect to see Grimlock in robot mode much in the next movie, if he's even in it. But the robot modes did look amazing to me. I loved them. So I'm hoping to get a KO oversized Scorn at some point, the black one that I've seen on Sir Toys. But even if I don't get another Dinobot from the movie, I have this, and this is what I wanted. I love it. It's beautiful. It's superposable. If it had a waist joint, it would be perfect, and I'm pretty sure that hit. Yeah, it doesn't have a waist joint. But I love this thing, guys. I'm not joking. Until next time, this has been your beloved Soldier of the Inverted Cross, Rip the Full-Blown Freak Show, signing off. Farewell.